Have you ever heard about the different types of cruelty taking place at rodeos? Today, I'll be highlighting and breaking down some of the different practices and treatments done to animals in rodeos. Firstly, let's discuss the main component of rodeos, the riding. The animals ridden in rodeo events primarily consist of horses and bulls. These animals have human bodies forced upon them without their consent. This not only can cause significant physical damage to their bodies, but also can affect them significantly emotionally. The physical injuries often include torn ligaments, ripped tendons, broken ribs, broken backs, and broken legs. Tools are often used to control and provoke the animals, increasing their discomfort and risk of injury. These poor animals often run into the fences and gates in which these events are held in order to try and escape the person abusing them. This collision can cause lung punctures, internal organ damages, and broken bones. The emotional torment these animals go through is equally terrible. They are often extremely confused, which causes them to jump, buck, and spin. They become incredibly stressed and panicked and try everything in order to escape the situation. The rodeo arena is often filled with bright lights, loud crowds, and other stressors which increase the anxiety levels of these animals further. Riding events include repeated physical violence through whips and spurs, and intentional discomfort for the animals through the use of flank straps and tight saddles. This is true abuse and needs to end. Imagine being in the victim's position, where you have random things strapped to your body, causing immense discomfort, only for someone to force themselves onto you to harm you with different tools. The extent of this cruelty is huge. Now that we've discussed the most obvious cruelty, the riding, let's talk about some of the other cruelty found in rodeos, such as tie-down roping. Many of you probably haven't heard of tie-down roping. Well, it's a rodeo event in which a person on a horse ropes a calf by their neck, gets off the horse, flips them over, and ties 3 of their legs together. It's utterly horrific. When the lasso is hooked around the calf's neck, they are jerked backwards. This almost is always painful and could cause their necks to break in some cases. When the rider then picks up the calf and flips them over, injuries such as broken ribs and internal organ damages can occur. Finally, the tying of the calf's legs often induces bruising and can result in torn ligaments and tendons. All of this causes immense psychological distress. These poor babies are terrified. They have no idea what's going on or why it's happening. According to a recent study published in 2026, all calves involved in this event experience fear and stress. Anyone can see that this event is the epitome of cruelty. Next, I'd like to bring your attention to steer wrestling. Just like you likely guessed by the name, steer wrestling is where a cowboy rides in on a horse, slides off the horse, and wrestles a steer to the ground. The goal of this awful event is to physically force the animal onto their back, where all 4 of their legs have to be in the air. This event obviously causes completely unnecessary emotional distress as well as physical injuries. The cowboy often twists the steer's neck to flip them. This can cause severe injuries including a broken neck, torn ligaments, and muscle strains. Furthermore, the steer's horns can become fractured or even break off completely. Even more damage, such as broken ribs, internal bleeding, tissue bruising, and a broken windpipe are possible. These physical injuries are only the tip of the iceberg. Just like I discussed previously, all rodeo animals are placed under enormous emotional stress. The chaotic rodeo event is already stressful enough, but the events themselves are beyond emotional abuse. As with most animals, steers have a natural fight or flight response to stressful situations. When these steers are pushed out into the arenas in the beginning of this event, their stress response is immediately triggered. They are flooded with more panic and anxiety on top of all the stresses they have already been feeling. All this pain and suffering is caused for absolutely no good reason. It's unnecessary in its entirety. In conclusion, rodeos are full of acts of violence towards animals. There are a ton more small and large cruel aspects about the rodeo that I didn't discuss, such as the animals' treatment and holding areas at the rodeo, as well as other events that I didn't mention. Please don't support rodeos or any other entertainment that exploits and harms animals needlessly. Subscribe for more animal rights content.